right, whilst my roasted veg are in the oven, I'm doing a roasted veg for my pasta salad that people ask me for the recipe for. I'll show you that later. I am chopping up a little onion, and I'm about to peel and seed all these roasted chilies. It's chili roasting season in Colorado, and we're so lucky that we get the most beautiful chilies here, a large variety. So I'm going to do my green chili, which is vegetarian, but you can make it with pork, of course. I just prefer vegetarian, even though I'm not. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to peel these, de-seed them, and I'll show you how to make it. It is bucketing today, so there's no way for me to go, nothing for me to do. Can't even take the dogs for a WLK, so I'm going to just cook and bake. And yeah, stay tuned. Alrighty, I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter in here, and I'm doing it in butter and not olive oil. It just makes the flavor taste a little bit better. I forgot my tripod upstairs, so I have to go and get that in just a minute here. Yeah, I'm gonna saute these until they're translucent, and then I'll add garlic, salt and pepper, and the chili process is quite labor intensive and arduous, so I'm going to do that, and I'll save one to show you how I do it. Alrighty, so salt and pepper to taste. I don't do too much salt because I cook it in stock. Oh, I meant to tell you, I'm cooking it in chicken stock today, so it's not really vegetarian per se, but you can do it in vegetarian stock. It tastes just fine. I've made it both ways, and I'm using chicken today, so don't add too much salt, or else you're gonna have a really salty batch. The dogs are crazy. They're running around in this rain. You came back. Too chilly, huh? Oh. All right, I don't know if you can see, but here's my trash bowl. I'm chopping off the ends of these peppers and throwing them in here. I'm going to show you how to de-seed it. This 2-pound bag yielded about 20-ish peppers or so. It's a mixture of Hatch medium, and I think I got Anaheims, which are mild. It just makes it too spicy if you do all Hatch medium, says me. But if you like it spicy, you know, do all Hatch mediums. Yeah, let me quickly show you how to de-seed. All right. So, all right, you chop off the edge, and then you've got a sharp knife. You're gonna slit it, open it up, scrape out the seeds. Yeah, the seeds are kind of bitter in my opinion, and also it creates problems like gastric problems and flatulence and intestinal problems, so I get rid of them as much as possible, and I just scrape as much of the charred skin off. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be a little bit clean, or else you get too much of that smoky flavor. And yeah, it kind of ruins and makes the chili like acrid and sort of bitter. Okay, so that's how you do that. Slit it. And the skin is kind of rubbery anyway. You don't want that in your chili. It just kind of ruins it. So I normally chuck these in the blender, but I used my blender for a smoothie today, so I'm gonna have to hand chop these. All right, I rinsed off my cutting board, and my knife was just getting kind of gross. Here's the peppers. I'm gonna chop those up and add them to the pot. Just gonna show the onions quickly. They are sauteed in butter, and the reason we use so much butter is because I add some cornstarch now, a good heaping kitchen spoon size. I'm just gonna cook that off. We're gonna probably need to add more at some point, but I just want this to be the thickening agent. You can use flour, of course. This is my thickening agent, and I know a lot of authentic recipes use water instead of a stock, but yeah, I like stock for the flavor. So good old chicken broth, Member's Mark, that's what I'm using today. I'm gonna probably use, there's like half of this container, and then I'm gonna use a whole nother container size full. So 1.5 boxes essentially. All right, so there's me chopping my chilies, and I try to get them as small as possible. I run my knife through them a couple times. Excuse me, I just had a sneeze. Okay, anyway, I try to get them this size. Normally you can, I cheat by throwing them in the Ninja, and then I add my diced tomatoes to them, or fresh tomatoes. Today I'm using canned, but yeah, I'll show you that in just a sec. All right, you're sauteing for a minute, maybe 30 seconds, just to get that corn flour taste off, and the mixture is still pretty glossy. I might have to add more, I might have to do flour. We'll have to see here in a little while, but I'm going to add stock and peppers and tomatoes. Okay. All right, just a can of diced tomatoes, whatever brand. Just make sure that they're not seasoned. They're just regular diced tomatoes. All right, and I'm gonna add some chilies, my first bunch of chilies, and I'm gonna keep chopping and add stock as well as chilies. Okay guys, I chucked in all my chilies. This is what it looks like. I'm adding as much stock as I can. It's getting cramped in the pot. Let's see how we do. All right, ooh, getting pretty full. We might make it. All right. Yes, we made it. Woohoo! Okay. So 1.5 boxes, and now I'm gonna simmer this, I don't know, 20-25 minutes. Taste it, and then we'll see. All right, I just tasted this. It's simmering along beautifully. The flavor is great. I'm just adding a little bit more flour and water to it. I noticed it needs a little thickening. I just mixed it up in my can here. And now I'm just gonna simmer for, I don't know, another 10-15 minutes, and maybe smash the tomatoes with a potato masher just to kind of break it up so it's not so chunky. Alrighty. Alright, this is my green chili done. I'm just serving it along a side salad with some veggies that I got from the farmer's market the other day. This is store-bought lettuce with chopped up cukes, orange peppers, tomatoes, and red onion. And I'm just gonna serve this with some cheese and some tortilla chips, but you can serve it with a quesadilla. Green chili freezes really well. I'm gonna freeze the rest, and I'm going to serve it up with, quesadillas or grilled cheese or whatever you want, and I like it on eggs too. So there you go, a beautiful lunch, healthy, vibrant, full of flavor.